Now I'm going to show you how you can merge a new subject with another photo or with a background. I'm going to show you one tip that I really like when using generative fill, how it will ensure your subject looks perfectly merged into the photo. I've got this little cute labrador. Beforehand, you would use the magic wand tool on Photoshop. Now with the Photoshop 2024 version, instead go to select and we can click subject. What this does is it will automatically select the subject for you. Okay, so the Labrador's legs haven't really been selected, so I'm just going to add that in. I'm going to click the quick selection tool and just select the parts that you want. Okay, once you're happy, you can just drag and drop it into your new photo. I thought this garden looked quite pretty and it merged with the flower that the dog was carrying. So I'm erasing the floor quickly just so that it looks a bit nicer. I'm using the rose bush as a indicator. Okay, perfect. Now to select the Labrador again, you need to hit Control Alt and your layer will be selected. Next, you're going to go to Select, Modify, and Expand. I'm going to expand by 15 pixels and just hit OK. So that's going to create that layer between the subject and the background. Click Control Alt on your subject again and go to Select, Modify, and Expand. There's a border around the Labrador and its background. Selection slightly overlaps the outline of the Labrador, and that's what we want to get rid of and what we want to merge into the background so that the subject looks like it was always there. So this selection is the part we will want to generate. As you can see, some bits of the flower were left in and I wanted to just get rid of them. So you can just click the quick select tool and click Alt, and instead of selecting something, it will deselect. So that will allow you to just deselect the parts that you don't want to be generated. In this example, I didn't really want the flower to be regenerated because it might just get rid of it, and we don't want that. Okay, so now you can click Generative Fill and click Generate. So it's merged the two images pretty nicely. The Labrador looks like it fits into the image a lot better than it did before. It got rid of that dark border around it, which was kind of making it look like it was completely separate from the image. So this is the trick I use to merge a subject like the Labrador into a new background. This is the trick I'm going to use for another photo, and you can use it too for any subject. I think it's really helpful. So I'm going to use another background using the same technique just to check that the results are in fact good. So the second image is another garden, slightly different lighting. So let's see how the Generative Fill tool works with this. So I'm using exactly the same method, going to hit Control Alt to select the Labrador, go to Select, Modify, and Expand, and I'll expand it maybe a couple of times. Make sure to click Control Alt in between to select the layer again and make that border between the Labrador and the background larger. Again, it loves selecting the flower. I don't want it to select the flower. So I'm trying to get rid of that. Let's go to Select, Modify, and Expand. Okay, I think that border is good enough. So let's click Generative Fill and click Generate. I think I'm even happier with this result than the last one. The lighting looks pretty good. You can't really see a border around him anymore. The Generative Fill has worked its magic here. So the Generative Fill has created a few different variations. I actually like most of them. So let's compare the before and after. Before, you can see that dark border around the Labrador. And now he looks very much at home. It kind of looks like he's stolen one of those roses. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to hear more about generative fill on Photoshop, then please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.